This video is on grids and guides. And grids and guides are things that don't actually show up on your web page or anything, but they're there as visual guides to help you align things and create your columns. And so they're just there as kind of handy utilities for you. And so to make a guide, it's as simple as, you notice when I hover my mouse like right over the top, I get this kind of symbol, and I pull it out, and right there I've got a guide, right? So if I needed to align things. Now, the good thing is that Adobe XD actually has smart guides that will show up all the time as you're making things to let you know you're aligned to other things. But it's still handy to know these, especially for setting up like a grid system using Bootstrap. Same over on the other side, right? I can just grab one out from the side, and obviously over here I can do the same thing and set up as much as I want, right? One handy thing to know about how to hide these guides is if you hit Command semicolon, that will toggle them on and off. Another thing you could do is go to View, Guides, Hide All Guides, and you're there. There's also other options where you see you can lock your guides, clear your guides, things like that, right? So those are only probably available when I have, I guess I have to have, whoa, I don't know what's going on there. But anyhow, so guides will be super handy. So I want to clear the guides, and it's not letting me for some reason. So if you need to get rid of a guide, you can actually just drag it kind of out, and it kind of just goes away. I'll bring some over out in a minute. Another thing that's handy is the grid. So right now I'm at 75. Okay. So View, Show Layout Grid. And this will bring up this another thing to help you create these grids. Now, I actually don't love the way grids work in Adobe XD. Adobe XD has a lot of failings that aren't as good as some of the other Adobe products or even some of the other products out there, but I still think it's my preferred program for doing web design. And so when I have my artboard selected, we can see some information about our grid. You see there's also a way to change it into this squared grid here, and you could change the square size, but I think it's best to have a layout grid, right? Because especially we're going to have some set of columns. If you're using Bootstrap, it's likely you're going to want to use 12 columns set to the exact sizes. Now, one thing I would do if I was using Bootstrap is I'd probably have it built for the way Bootstrap works, which is more like this, right? So there's like these sections here. And I think what I'll do is I'll provide a file with this already pre-built for you people using Bootstrap so you can see what I mean. It's a little easier. And maybe I'll even make an extra video just for the Bootstrap people on how to use that correctly. But you see over here, we can change that. What if we only wanted a 3-column, right? I change it to 3 columns. I could change the gutter width, right? So if I want a 40 pixel gutter, right? You can see how this is. So what I really don't like about this is that I can't just set the container width. So you have to actually do the math to figure out how to get this to measure what you want it to be for your container width, right? In our final boss battle, I believe, maybe I said it was 1200, right? So you'd have to have 3 columns. So set the columns at whatever math that the gutter width does there, right? Maybe also I'll think about something with that. And it's to whatever size artboard, right? So this artboard obviously has a different one, and maybe I want to lay it out with 2 columns on this one with a 20 gutter pixel, right? So again, these are the things that you have to kind of figure out what you want to do. Whoops, I thought I hit 20. And it will put these in. And again, these are non-printing. So they're just there to help you kind of visually make sure you're like getting things in these guides. You can simply go to Hide Layout Grid. You can also use Command-Shift' to toggle them on and off. So quick keys are always really nice to know so that you can bring these things up quickly. So that's pretty much everything you need to know about grids and guides, right? Just using them is something in some of the next videos, I'll show you how to draw things. But right, I would draw something like this here and give it this. And whoops, right? So there it is. I've got my item here, and there it is, right? And so Yeah, that's pretty much all you can do. You can, once you figure out a grid, you can make defaults. We don't need to know any of this for this class. We could, kind of do a bunch of different things. So that's grids and guides. Another quick append to this video, because I just wanted to point out that this item, like the layout always seems above it. And should you not be able to see this because of whatever background color you decide to go with, you can actually change the color and transparency of your grid, right? So you could go in here and be like, no, I want purple and I want it to be 15%, right? So it depends on what you want to do. There is a way to fix it.